Hey guys, Justin here. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. As we always do, these are the 5 stocks we are watching this week. First one being Moderna, second one Tesla, third one going to be Meta, fourth one Apple, and the fifth one Amazon. Hope you guys have a great week and enjoy the video. So getting things started, as I do in all the watch list videos that you guys have watched, I'm going to be breaking down SPY here, what we've saw within the last week and what we can expect to see within the coming week. Clearly a downtrending daily chart here, a lot of weakness here. I thought maybe we could hold this 410 region. We got this rejection, very strong rejection here on 1213. Followed by, and this gap up was caused by that lower CPI print. We gapped up, not on a low CPI. I think it was like 7.1 or 7.2%. Not anything significant. Would have liked to see under 7. We sold off after a very strong pre-market rally here. Bears in control here. Then we had an FOMC day where we had an initial sell-off into consolidation after the initial report and while Powell was speaking. Then these next 2 days, we got these gap downs. You can see all this gap down here, these 3 gap downs. So you get this gap down into here, gap down, and gap down. Now we're trying to find a support, but overall, macro looking very, very weak. And until we can reclaim and hold above this descending trend line and ideally 410, the overall downtrend or the overall trending direction is going to be a downtrend. So personally, want to see a reclaim of at least 410 or of at least of this descending trend line here right into this 405, 404 region here for a reclaim to the upside. As for support levels here, you can zoom in here. We're holding this bounce level here in this 381 region. You can see this is where we rejected here, held this bounce region here and held it right here. Holding it so far, but not very, very strong here. You can see we are having a relatively weak downtrend selling pressure here on the market. Trading higher volume here on Friday, which is expected. We had OPEX, which is basically where 4 types of options are set to expire. 4 trillion was actually expiring here on Friday. Lots of selling pressure here. Key is 381 into that 380 region. If we do crack that, I do think we have potential down here into that 376.33 area. For upside, want to reclaim this macro psych level here at 390. If we do reclaim that, I do think we can see a bounce up into 393.45, up here into that 400 psych region. So 381 key below here, 390 key to the upside here. Overall, macro downtrend pressure here. If you look at this weekly chart, a very weak weekly chart here. Wicking at the highs here and clearly sellers in control of this. So a very weak weekly candle here. Would not surprise me to see continued selling here or a weaker, smaller inside bar candle here. Now, if we do claim above here, back above on this weekly candle, expecting a very, very strong follow through here. However, overall macro trend strength is to the downside here. Very weak selling pressure on another descending trend line rejection here on SPY. The first play of the week, one that's had some relative strength here, trying to break out on the move here, and it's going to be Moderna. And let me get rid of some of these lines down here. Moderna, really one that has had a lot of strength here lately. You can see we are trading higher volume here as well. The biggest thing that I want to see is a reclaim up into this 210 region here. So you can see strong follow through gap up day here on 1213, follow through day 2 on 1214, inside bar here on 1215, and then selling pressure here on Friday, which came in with some selling pressure here on the market. With that being said, I want to see a reclaim over this high here at this 210 region of this inside bar for a move up into this 220 region here that we saw back here at the beginning of January. So going to be key here if we can hold and break and hold this 210 region here. I do like this to the upside. We do have a bounce level down here in this 189, 190 region where we rejected back here on 1116. Breaking above that old resistance should see some type of support here. If we do, personally watching this one long above that 210 region to take up into this 220 area from back here. The second play, one that's been extremely weak here lately, is going to be Tesla. It's one that's pushing to 52-week lows, some relative weakness here. Elon was selling more shares, a lot of cause of this weakness here. We get this bull attempt here on Thursday and completely engulfed here at the close on Friday. Sellers clearly in control. Holds below 150. I do think we have potential on a weekly time frame basis down into 135 on a continued selling pressure here, panic selling and pushing this lower here. The ideal setup that I'd want to see is a move down here, a retest of this prior low at 153.36, confirmation of the reject, and then continuation selling down here into that 135 region. So not going to take this one right away on the breakdown. It could very well be a trap here, waiting for the bounce rejection and then taking this down, or watching to take this down into that 135 region below here. Third one, Meta. This one's one that's had relative strength here. You can see we had some strength here on Friday as it had a price target increase at JPM. Watching this to hold this 118.76 region here. This one was on our watch list last week. We got a very nice gap up here on Monday into consolidation here, holding this 118.76 region. That will be key here in this consolidation formation here for that move up into 125 and 128.51. So liking this, watching for a day two follow through or a follow through above this prior high for that move up into that 128.51 region this week. The fourth play is going to be Apple, and this is a potential bearish setup here. And really what's likely to happen here, what everyone's watching is, okay, we get a bounce at 134.50 here, we get a bounce here, and we get a bounce here. Now we're testing this. Bulls are taking this, saying, okay, well, we've bounced so many times here, I'm going to take this. Well, what likely could happen here is we get continuation selling here, holds below 134.47. What's going to happen is all those stop orders are going to get triggered. Oh, we broke support, everyone's selling. Now we're likely to see a continued downside. As people do take out their stop losses or sell for a loss below this prior bounce level, it's going to add fuel to the fire to the downside with potential into that 129 52-week low region here this week. So watching this hold below 134.47 for an ideal put entry here, or watching that put entry here on Apple this week. The last play, also one that's been pretty weak lately, is going to be Amazon. Holding on for dear life here, trying not to crack into those 52-week lows. You can see really this buying pressure 88 very strong. You can see these three inside bars here, pretty strong here. We get this gap down and immediately reclaim up here. Now we're testing it back here at the beginning of December. Testing continues to hold 88. Trying to hold that 88 region here on Friday. If we do hold below this, I do think we trade into that 52-week low on a follow through into that sub 85 region this week. That being said, that wraps up the 5 plays we are watching. If this video helped you, or if you found value in this, if you could give it a thumbs up and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. If you are interested in joining our team to get our course, alerts, and more, feel free to check out SimplifiedInvesting.com today. We would love to have you guys on board. Hope you guys all have a great weekend and look forward to trading with you all on Monday. Thank you.